It was late at night and a girl was home alone in her house in a quiet suburb of Sydney, Australia. The house was silent, or so she thought, until she heard footsteps above her head. Crows. She lived alone. Whoever was there had definitely not been there when she left for work that morning. Now she was trying to convince herself that it was just her imagination. But then she heard it again. Footsteps. Then the sound of someone or something dragging something heavy across the floor. The sound of the dragging grew louder, and the footsteps came closer. Then she heard a knock on her bedroom door. She gasped and fell to the ground as the knocking grew louder. Gathering all her courage, she whispered, "Who's there?" There was no answer. Only the sound of heavy breathing on the other side of the door. It was coming from the other side of the door. She could hear the doorknob turning. She squeezed her eyes shut and buried her face in her hands. When she finally gathered enough strength to look, she saw her bedroom door creaking open. All she could see in the sliver of light that had appeared was a pale woman wearing a long white dress. The woman had no face, only two black eyes where her face should have been. The girl screamed, and the woman in the doorway smiled. The girl, terrified, could only stare as the woman walked into the room. She watched as the woman approached her mirror, which was on the wall opposite her bed. As the woman walked past her, the girl caught a glimpse of her face in the mirror. It was then that she saw the full horror of the creature that was stalking her. It wasn't just a pale woman with no face. The girl saw a twisted, horrifying mockery of a human being. The creature smiled at her from the mirror, revealing long, sharp teeth. The girl screamed again and tried to run, but the creature was quicker. It turned its head, and its eyes, which seemed to burn with an unholy fire, locked onto hers. Then it did something that made the girl's blood run cold. It smiled, opened its mouth wide, and beckoned to her with a finger. The girl wanted to scream, to run, to hide, but she couldn't move. She was frozen in place, staring at the creature in the mirror, watching as it took a step toward her, then another, its smile never fading. And as it continued to approach her, she noticed something strange. Its reflection in the mirror wasn't moving. It was still standing in the same spot where it had first appeared. But the girl knew that what she was seeing in the mirror was real. The horrifying creature was really there, and that she was in mortal danger.